Hello everyone and welcome to WWWhatCouldBe, where we take a trip into my fantasy booking mind palace and think about what WWE could do with a certain angle. This week we'll be taking a look at how WWE could book John Cena versus AJ Styles for Summerslam. Now the rules for this, we have 3 weeks until Summerslam, so we'll only be using 3-ish segments to create this feud. We'll only have one match at SummerSlam, and we're going to treat this like this is the end of the rivalry. When looking at Cena and AJ for SummerSlam, we have to think about what do we want to accomplish. For me, I want to evolve where AJ's character's at. Right now, he's kind of a murky tweener between a full-blown heel and a kind of goofy DX-style babyface. Now, I want to keep the Bullet Club core, but I want to add this character that I've heard AJ reference on the Stone Cold podcast, on Talk is Jericho, this Pitbull-like character. So we're going to bring out a more darker, harder edge side of AJ. And to start that, we're going to start with how WWE likes to start all things with Cena's going to be in the ring. AJ's music will hit, so we'll have them standing off in the ring. Cena asks, "Yo, Jack, why you out here? Last time I checked, I've beaten you the previous 2 matches we've had. I think I'm done with you." AJ just flat out tells Cena, "Shut up." Cena tries to get some of his jokes and jabs in there. AJ holds his hand over Cena's microphone to keep him talking, and then AJ attacks Cena. He, for lack of a better term, beats up John Cena. And this isn't a, kind of campy, silly, he runs back in, runs back out. He brutalizes Cena. Like, to the point, this might get a little uncomfortable. Referees start coming out. Then the locker room has to empty. Finally, it's the Hype Bros are there to basically suppress AJ along with a few other good faces, but we want to make sure it's Zack Ryder and Mojo, for reasons, are the guys that are holding AJ back from beating up Cena. Cena is not moving. Again, we want this to be a little uncomfortable. Now, as I mentioned previously, we do want the Hype Bros to be the ones that are kind of front and center holding AJ back, because we want AJ to put a face to someone connected to Cena that he can then beat the crap out of. Since Enzo and Cass are on Raw, we need a stand-in, and the Hype Bros will do, since Cena is connected to Ryder due to the whole Kane debacle. So next week, we have AJ versus Ryder. Now, like I said, I want to bring out this Pitbull, this dark side of AJ. So, Ryder standing in the ring, and then AJ's music hits. And rather than him lifting up and doing his pose when the breakdown of his music hits, he walks to the ring with his head down. He enters the ring, doesn't lift his hood, and just stands there. Ryder, a little uneasy, looks around. Ref rings the bell. Ryder goes to lock up. And then, bam! One forearm from AJ. Ryder's knocked out. AJ doesn't continue the assault. The ref quick shakes Ryder, lifts his arm, calls the match off. AJ's won by knockout. AJ turns to leave. As he does, we see Mojo Rawley sprinting to the ring, dives under the bottom rope to check on Ryder. As AJ's heading up the ramp, he turns back and starts making his way back to the ring to where Ryder and Mojo are. Mojo meets him at the ropes. All AJ does, looking up at Mojo, is hold up one hand, make the Bullet Club gun, and mouth to Mojo, "You're next." We're to the final week and final segment. Now this one's going to be broken up into 2 bits. We're going to have a prelude bit and then the main segment. Early on in the night on SmackDown, we're going to have a kind of a found footage, kind of fan film moment with Mojo entering the arena only to be attacked by someone. And all we hear is just grunts and strikes. Finally, we hear a clang of a lead pipe hitting the ground. And then we hear a thud of Mojo hitting the ground. And that's all we see. Commentators quick pull to either a new segment or commercials, whatever. Then later on the night, an angry Ryder, an irate Ryder, comes down to the ring demanding, "Yo, bro, I want whoever attacked my boy Mojo, come out here and face me like a man." AJ's music hits. Ryder, who's just last week had been knocked out by AJ, is visibly a little bit shaken by this. AJ makes a beeline for the ring and destroys Ryder. He reveals the pipe he used to take out Mojo, bashes Ryder in the back with it, hard elbows from the mount. Then we hear Cena emerges as he's making his triumphant run to the ring. AJ grabs a mic and demands, "Cena, stop. You stop right now or I bust his head open," having one foot on Ryder's head and his pipe in his hands. Cena stops dead. AJ then asks, "Give him a mic." Cena excitedly takes the mic, screams at AJ, "What do you want? What do you want? You want a match with me? Is that what this is about? What do you want, AJ?" AJ, with a smirk, standing in the ring, points at Cena with the pipe. "That's your problem, John. That's the decision makers in the back's problem. You all think that everything that happens in this company is about John Cena. Those same decision makers put the belt on you 15 times were the same ones who kept me out of here for 15 years. Until I made so much noise, they couldn't help because they couldn't beat me, they had to recruit me. And you know what, John? You can't beat me either. And that asterisk behind my name, behind my win at Payback, it's eating me alive. I can't move forward until I get rid of that, until I beat you. And I don't just want to beat you, John. I just don't want to beat up John Cena like it's a catchphrase. I want to remove you. Not just for me, but for half this crowd that chants you suck. I want to take you out. So to do that, I want a match with you, yeah, at SummerSlam. But I need to take out everyone who supports John Cena. And then, finally, I need to take you out. So, John, you want this to stop? You, me, SummerSlam, last man standing, or I destroy Ryder." AJ drops the mic, lifts the pipe up. Cena just screams. At this point, Shane and Daniel Bryan have joined him down on the ramp. "You got your match! You got your match!" Match is set. AJ lets Ryder go, picks the mic back up. "All right, John, come in and check on your boy. I got what I wanted." As Cena slides in to check on Ryder, AJ, still on the mic, "I do want to leave you with one thing, John, and that's a message from me." He then turns and attacks Cena. Again, much like the brutal attack that started the whole thing, this is uncomfortable. It gets to the point where refs can't get him off him, wrestlers can't get him off him. The only way he can be subdued is Daniel Bryan himself has to lock AJ in a choke and choke him out. Again, we're getting into a little bit of uncomfortability because we want to bring out this dark side in AJ, because we can always bring him back and mellow him out with that kind of sophomoric core. As for the match at SummerSlam itself, it's a good back and forth match like these guys have had over the past couple months. It gets to the point where Cena has AJ up, delivers a super AA, AJ's down for the count of 9, pulls himself back up on the ropes to break the count, and then points both guns at Cena and beckons him to come on. The two then exchange hard elbows, hard fists. Cena breaks out the chain. It's really good, really hard hitting. As AJ knocks Cena back down, he pulls him in to hit him with the Styles Clash, pushes him away, goes outside, picks up a chair, brings it into the ring, lays it down, brings Cena back in for the Styles Clash, pushes him away again, rolls out of the ring again, reaches under the ring, and pulls out a box cutter. He then goes into the center of the ring, cuts it open, reveals the padding, removes the padding, and reveals the wooden panels underneath. He then places the chair on top of the wood, grabs Cena, picks him up, Styles clashes him onto the chair, onto the wood. The ref begins the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. At 5, AJ breaks the count, stops the ref's count, grabs the lead pipe, goes over to Cena, concertos him with the pipe and the chair, throws it down, orders the ref to resume the count. The ref counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the count of 6, Cena hasn't stirred. By 8, he's not moving. 9, 10. AJ beats Cena in a last man standing match. Now the place would go ballistic. The legions of people who don't like Cena because he represents everything about WWE they don't like. Well, he did up until Roman Reigns. And it would be so shocking to have Cena lose a match he shouldn't lose. I did originally toy with the idea of them having an I Quit match, but I thought this better reflected the more kind of brutal side of AJ, since last man standing matches are brutal matches. Now, where these guys could go from here is this sets up AJ to go after the lunatic that is Dean Ambrose in a very, very dangerous, hard-hitting feud. Where Cena could go from this is we actually do something crazy and have some character development with Superman. Superman just got knocked out. How would Superman respond to that? Would he move into something like, say, with The Miz, where The Miz is basically taunting him? Would he move into a program where he elevates the likes of a Baron Corbin? This could do a lot of good. But, let's be honest. Here's what's probably going to happen. Cena's going to make some crack about AJ's balls, and then Cena's going to win at SummerSlam, and we'll all pound our heads against the wall. But, let's just stop for a minute and think what could be.